Hi everyone, my name is Jdub5914
I'm Kingmustard.
and today we're doing something a little different. We are doing our very first sports talk about two topics that we talk about today, but in two separate videos. The first one, why the METS are so paying Bobby Bonilla, and the second video, should I say it now or should I wait till we do the second video?
No, you can say it.
I'll say now. The second video will be on why the Yankees won't make the playoffs. Why the Yankees will not make the playoffs. So let's get into it. Bobby Bonilla. Why are the Mets so paying Bobby Bonilla every year, every July 1st, and they owe him like total of $28.8 million, and that will end in 2035. So would you like to start the conversation with that?
Yeah, so it's a weird deal to say the least, and actually this year the Mets are paying Bobby Bonilla more than they're paying Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's making like $700,000, and Bobby Bonilla's making about $1.2 million. But
Yeah.
if they had the right idea, the Mets did, but they got scammed basically. So he hasn't played for them since 1999, and when they made the deal, they wanted to defer the rest of his money, the rest of his contract until much later, until like 2011 when this whole deal started. And
it basically become a sports holiday.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a sports meme now though.
Yeah,
it's that time of year again. Bobby Bonilla gets paid.
Yeah.
It's Bobby Bonilla Day. That'd be a really cool giveaway though. So maybe I'm not sure they do this or not, but I think they should do it next year if they're home, or if they're coming home that weekend or weekend before, and then they see they have a long road trip ahead. They should honestly do Bobby Bonilla weekend and do like 3 different giveaways separate. Like one day will be bobbleheads, another will be a hat, and like another day will be a poster. Or something creative like that.
Oh yeah, and the new owner, Steve Cohen, he, like, when it happened just a couple days ago, he tweeted about it and he was like, "Happy Bobby Bonilla Day." But the thing with his contract, in 2000 they owed him 5.9 million left, and why they decided to give him the 1.2 million per year for 25 years starting in 2011 was because of investments that they made with Bernie Madoff.
And basically this guy was no good to them because he lost all the money. Right?
Yeah, he lost. Well, I mean, he lost a lot of
the money.
He went to jail or he got sentenced for a bunch of years. But anyway, the deal that they made with this guy would have given them more money than what they would have paid Bobby Bonilla throughout like this 25-year thing. So they were saying, okay, we'll invest this money that we would have given him now, and then by the time we need to pay him in 2035, we'll make more money than we're gonna pay him over, these $1 million payments. That was their theory. That was their hope. It would be an investment for them.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can imagine, in like 2007, 2008, that was when like the big recession happened and everyone was doing bad. And naturally, the Mets would.
Yes, and the Mets, they went through a World Series in 2015. But you think people's gonna call Bobby Bonilla the curse of the Mets?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't.
Because I don't think that 1.19 or that about 1.2 million will affect of getting players. Even though they owed them like total of 29.8, million, but could that really set a franchise back? And that 25-year period from 2011 to 2035, like 25 baseball seasons, you think honestly that will affect the Mets at all?
Probably not for them. If it was another team like let's say for example like Seattle or Kansas City or a team like that's not in like I think it really helps.
And the Oakland Athletics, the Moneyball team.
Yeah, and the Mets have the advantage of being in New York, so they get really good attendance. So I haven't heard that it's affected them yet, and I don't anticipate that it will in the future.
And how long you been a Mets fan for?
Oh boy, for about 6-7 years, I think.
So do you say you have two teams, the Minnesota Twins and the New York Mets, correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
So those are your two favorite teams?
Yeah.
Alright, what will you do if the Mets and the Twins will play in the World Series sometime? Who you cheer for?
Ooh, it would kind of be hard to pick, but it would be I would be happy either way, you know. It's a win-win situation.
There you go. And as a Mets fan, are you mad that the Mets are so paying Bobby Bonilla this much money?
I don't know that I'm mad about it. I mean, if the deal worked out how they intended it to work out, they would have made money off of this. But they couldn't have. It was hard for them to predict what would happen to them, you know, in 2008, 8 years after they made the deal. But no, I wouldn't say that I'm mad at them.
Yeah. And and this is a long way to go, but he's still getting paid. Do you think next year, you know what, let's just pick Bobby Bonilla up the rest of the money. Do you think that might cost him for a couple years to step back as well, or that year in particular, if they decide to just pay him the rest of his money right now?
They probably could afford to do that. I don't know that it would set them back that much. I guess I would have to look at, what their payroll is and that type of stuff, but probably not,
Your Mets are dangerous when they are healthy. And to be honest, I really hope they keep on Michael Conforto and Pete Alonso.
Oh, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, those guys are
two of their best prospects they have in years.
Mm-hmm.
Because you usually have Carlos Gomez on that team too.
I think so, yeah. One point in time we did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you turn out to be a bash mouth type of player, but I don't know. I think the Twins probably gave up on him too soon, but I think we got rid of just in time because he turned to a trash talker when he went to the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a really fun.
Yeah, it's really interesting. People didn't know who Bobby Bonilla was probably until they made it into in 2011. It's Bobby Bonilla Day. Did he say did he renegotiate his contract? Okay, Bobby, you be getting $1.19 million, about $1.2 million per year every year from 2011 on July 1st to 2035 July 1st. Did he pick that date to, randomly, or did they set that date to be or your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Well, yeah, why did they decide to pay him on July 1st? Why didn't I do it on opening day or end of the year? It'd be more funny just pay him every single year when the All-Star happens.
It probably has something to do with accounting. I know it's probably very intentional that they did it on the first of the month. Just so that it just helps.
Oh yeah, the balance sheets.
I have no idea why they did it in July, though. I mean, it doesn't seem. It just kind of seems like they picked a random month.
Yeah.
But I guess that's just.
I mean, like it's.
Went out.
Yeah, and I mean we'll be here, but I think we'll probably be here Bobby Bonilla for a very long time still.
Yeah.
How do you feel if they re-extended his contract to pay him more?
No, they wouldn't do that.
Do you think he might come back with the Mets?
What?
You think that he might, like, let's say it's 2035, let's say he becomes the new manager of the New York Mets.
I mean, I just looked up his stats. I mean, he was a 6-time All-Star, so I mean, why not? If he can coach, give him a shot,
Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting about, like, how a retired baseball player is still getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's not really so paying like Nishioka or Yanho Park, the two players that we got for the international market. And so, like, I think those part of the two best players as of right now in the MLB that would play the game. And, like, you give like players like Otani, Shiro Suzuki didn't start to his age 27, mind you. And people think, yeah, he's gonna have a short. Like, do you think people are saying? I know we're going on topic here about talking Suzuki now, but do you think, like, about Suzuki? Like, do you think, that he might have like a short stand, like since he started his age 27 in the majors? I mean, we can talk about this in another sports talk in the next video that we can do on. But let's stand tag like Mr. Bobby Bonilla. He was like a journeyman through his career, later in his career, because I think he got traded. I think the next 3 years to different teams.
Oh yeah, from let's see. So from 1995 to 2001, he played for 7 different teams.
Yep, 7 different teams.
Yep. Yeah.
And then was it where he also played with the Giants too? To that extent?
No, he was on Pittsburgh, the Mets,
Pittsburgh, yep.
Marlins, Braves, Cardinals, Dodgers, and White Sox.
What year he was with the Marlins?
From 1997 to 1998.
So he did win the World Series with the Marlins.
Yep.
I'm glad he got the World Series though. Not many people had a chance.
Oh,
I mean, it's like an honor, like especially like a meal of baseball nowadays. Every year, Bobby Bonilla playing the World Series. Yeah, so that includes today's first video. Unless you have anything else to add about Bobby Bonilla, do you?
Not too much. Just that he's a very polarizing figure for the Mets, and we're accepting him.
Yep.
Accept the meme.
Yep. And who knows? They might just put him in the Mets Baseball Hall of Fame. That would really top things up, though. That would be really cool to see if they actually do that.
I mean, he did hit 95 homers for him, so who knows?
In how many years?
5.
Some teams will do that, though.
Who knows?
But that's up to the Mets, though.
Yeah, well.
But who knows? He might be in the Mets Hall of Fame right now. So who knows? So that would include of today's video of the meme of baseball. Well, let's just say, is it taking the meme of baseball?
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, if you did tune in, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jdub5914.
I'm King Mustard.
I hope you tune in to watch the next video of why the Yankees will not make the playoffs.